tasks so you can see more time seeing your clients. We are PHI and PIPEDA compliant with features built in to help you manage your practice in the most secure manner possible. OWL was built for Canadian therapists and was formed when our CEO, Andrew Sloss, was managing his wife's psychology practice in Toronto. A few years ago, they started looking for a digital solution and found that although there were a lot of administrative software options out there, none of them had existed at the time that was focused for Canadian mental health practices and that was also PHI and college compliant. So he created OWL to fill that gap. If you have any specific questions about federal, provincial, or college requirements, please feel free to reach out to our team at any time. We are always happy to discuss regulatory matters with you in more depth. We are now going to head into OWL so I can show you exactly how it works. Here is the calendar screen. This is the first section you will see when you sign into OWL, and this is also the area in OWL you will use the most because you can carry out most of your core day-to-day actions in this section. We designed OWL to be easy and intuitive to use so you aren't constantly clicking around to find what you need. If you work out of multiple locations, you can set them up in OWL to keep your practice organized. You can see from this drop-down menu at the top of OWL that it allows you to separate and manage each location. The calendar allows you to see your schedule, as well as book new appointments in just 2 simple steps. You'd simply click on the time slot you want to book and open this Create Session window. Then you would select your client and your service. You'll notice that the duration and the amount charged will automatically be pre-populated for you. If the client had any fee discounts on file, it would show here and be automatically applied to the total. Similarly, if you adjust the session duration, you'll notice that OWL supports a sliding fee scale that calculates the correct rate accordingly. You can also make the session recurring or add any internal comments as needed, but overall you can see how quick and easy appointment scheduling is in OWL. Another important feature that you can access right from the calendar is session notes. You can access this from the session overview window within OWL, which you can find by clicking on the session in your calendar. OWL allows you to write and store your notes right in our system. To save time and keep notes consistent, you can use one of the templates provided by OWL or create one of your own templates. You simply select one from the drop-down list and insert it into your note. OWL auto-saves every 60 seconds, and you can manually save at any time. After each save, you'll see a revision history here. This keeps track of changes and is a key feature for compliance. We also have a handwritten notes feature available. This is a great option for practitioners who prefer to write their session notes by hand or supplement their session notes with additional images or drawings. When opened, you can access a full suite of editing tools on the left-hand side of the page and write your notes with the stylus accordingly. Once you're finished writing your note, you can sign off on your note. This adds a digital copy of your signature, as well as your credentials, title, license number, and a date and time stamp. You will also see that this completely locks the note to prevent future revisions, as it signifies that this note has been completed. Another thing that you can do from the calendar is start the billing process. In OWL, you will always create 2 types of billing records for your clients: invoices and receipts. For every session, your billing workflow will always be to generate the invoice first because it uses this invoice to understand the balance owing on your client account. Then when you record a payment, you'd be able to recreate your receipt. OWL's default billing setting is called Auto Invoice. This setting correlates marking session attendance with creating an invoice. However, if you do bill your clients for multiple sessions at once, we have a setting for that as well. With the auto invoicing setting, you can easily start your billing process by clicking the session in the calendar to bring up your session overview window and mark the attendance using one of these icons. Once updated, you will be able to see when you open the session overview window again and hover over payment actions that an invoice has been created. Once opened, you will see that you have the option to email it, save as a PDF, or print it off. There's also an option to add a password to your document. Once you type something into this box, your clients will be prompted to enter this password before being able to even view this document. Once you receive payment, you can track that from ease from the session overview window via Payment Actions and then Record Payment. This will open the Record Payment window, and the amount owed will pre-populate here. All you would have to do is select the payment method from the drop-down. You will note here that I have a Visa listed for this client. This is because I have Stripe integrated with my account, and it allows me to enter and save credit information to my client's files for payment. Once the payment has been recorded, a receipt is generated and opens automatically. Just like the invoice, the receipt can also be printed, saved as a PDF, or emailed with or without that password. You'll also notice a few helpful icons at the top of the calendar screen. You can apply the privacy mode at any time by clicking the eye icon at the top of the screen. This feature within OWL helps you privatize client names when you might need to. For instance, when you're speaking to another practitioner, have a client behind you, or when working somewhere off-site or public like a coffee shop. You can see a list of your recently viewed client files here, add a client into OWL, or find our full help menu when you need to email our team or look at our fax for information. We are now going to head into the client's profile to explore the ways that client information is managed. You can do this again from the Calendar tab by clicking on the client's name in the Session Overview window, searching for them at the top of the screen, clicking on their name in Recently Viewed, or by clicking on the Clients tab. Once in the Clients tab, you'd be able to scroll and find the client you were looking for, and then view them. When I enter a client's profile, the first thing I see is a full list of the client's sessions and their associated notes. We also have a tab for non-session notes where you can create notes related to the client but not related to a specific session. These are great for things like phone calls or progress notes. The next tab in the client's profile is Contact and Clinical. This is where all of your client's information is stored. You can see here you also have their ability to set up reminders via email or SMS, or appointment confirmations that are sent via email to the client when you're doing the actual booking in the calendar. Within Contact and Clinical, we have a Clinical Details tab where you can note any presenting issues or diagnoses, any comments or referrals. If you do any joint sessions where you need another attendee's information to be reflected on financial documents, you can link client accounts together by using this Circle of Care section. You can also use this area to store any information for contacts that are integral to your client's care. This could include parents, teachers, siblings, or caseworkers. Under Account Details, you can set up any discounts for your clients. We have a global discount setting which applies a discount to all services and fees in OWL. And then we have the option to add an additional discount here, which will provide you with a drop-down to all of your services, and you can give a discount to a specific service only. If you have Stripe integrated to collect the payment via credit cards, you can add that credit card information here. I like to note that once you add in the billing address and the credit card information and click Save, you'll never be able to view that full credit card number again, giving your clients extra peace of mind. The last tab, Medications, is where you can keep track of your client's medical history or any current medications they are taking. The Documents section in the client file allows you to upload any documents relevant to your client. You can think of it like a digital filing cabinet. Here you can easily upload documents to the client's account, and even associate these to session notes like I have here if the document is something relevant to a specific session. You can also add folders to keep yourself organized. Finances is another important area of the client's profile. Here you can find all of the client's invoices and receipts for their sessions. You can also use non-session charges to add any miscellaneous fees for the client that are outside of a normal session charge. This could include things like insurance documentation, administrative writing, or report writing, for instance. The log section allows you to view any correspondence you've had with your clients, such as those appointment confirmations and reminders you set up, or any financial information you might have emailed to your clients. This icon here allows you to add any to-dos that you wish to remind yourself for a specific client. You'd simply click, select a date, and add in your to-do. Then you would click the Add To-Do to add it to your client's profile. Finally, we have some action buttons on the side here, but I specifically want to mention the client summary. When opened, you can see that you have two options. An account summary, which is great for when a client wants an overview of all of their sessions within this specific date range. This can be good for the end of the year for insurance or tax purposes. The second option, Session Summary, can be used to provide your lists with future sessions. You can select today's date and a future date, for instance at the end of the year, and a document will be created that you can email or print for your client so that they can have their future upcoming appointments to do with what they please. We are now going to explore some features that help you manage your practice. The first section I want to show you is the workflow. The workflow is one of the handiest features in OWL. It allows you to easily view what needs to be completed to be up to date administratively in your practice. We can explore this a bit more together. For example, we will look at this attendance section. This shows me all of the sessions which the date has passed that I have yet to mark the attendance on. I can actually do this right from this tab. This is because all of the items in the workflow are actionable, which means that you can do everything from here without having to filter between the tabs in OWL. In the other tabs, you can also see invoices that must be generated, which is particularly handy if you choose not to use OWL's auto invoice feature. And you can also see any unpaid invoices under 30 days or over 30 days to signify bad debt. Under the Notes section, you will see all of the sessions where the notes have not yet been completed. Where it says Create Note, I know I have not started my note. But where it says See Note, I know that I have started my note, but I have not completed and signed off on it. Finally, we come back to the to-dos. Here you can see the to-do tasks corresponding to each client, including the to-do tasks I just set up a moment ago. We're now going to explore the dashboard. The dashboard allows you to easily see the financial status of your practice and view your growth. As a business owner, you know how important analytics are to your success. The dashboard allows you to monitor your revenue, sessions, and more. There are 3 areas to the dashboard, each with its own unique information. The year-over-year is a great way to look at your current year versus last year and see direct comparisons. The Stats page offers a great visual aid to have your information at a glance. You can change the date range and view various different graphs. For accounting purposes, the data export is a huge help. OWL supplies you with 8 variants of exports that can be easily downloaded here. You'd simply set the date range, then click Export, and this will download the report in a CSV file, which you can view in programs like Numbers or Excel. You can then use these reports to analyze how many hours you were spending in a session, to balance payments at the end of the day, to complete your taxes, and much more. Under the Manage tab, you'll be able to securely store other documents in your practice. You can create a repository of internal clinical documents, setting up your own system of folders and subfolders for optimal organization. If you work at a group practice, you can use the practice documents to store commonly shared documents which multiple staff members reference daily, such as insurance forms, student resources, any types of new appointment documentation. This allows you to centralize even more of your administrative work within OWL. OWL does also offer a premium plan. In this plan, you gain access to our client portal. The client portal is a fully integrated set of features, including an online portal for your clients to be able to book appointments, complete intake and consent forms, and communicate via secure messaging. If you are not yet upgraded to the premium version of OWL, you will only be able to use secure messaging internally with staff. That concludes our major review of the features in OWL. Thank you everyone for attending today. I wanted to ensure to mention our November promotion. If you sign up for a paid plan between today and November 27th, you will get the OWL for free for the rest of 2019. Please note that this offer cannot be combined with any other promotions. Thank you again for attending today. I hope that this session was helpful and informative.